There are 3 blue-collar careers right now, the Boilermaker, the Millwright, and the Ironworker, that are paying $73,000 to $90,000 a year, and almost nobody's applying.
Why not?
Not because the money is bad, not because the work is disappearing, because people are avoiding them for the wrong reasons. And the stigma, that's exactly what's protecting the paycheck for the guys smart enough to ignore it. If you clicked on this video, you're about to find out why 3 of the most overlooked careers in the trades are also some of the highest paying, and why the fact that nobody wants them is the biggest advantage you could ask for. Three careers that most people can't even define, but the guys inside them are out earning electricians, HVAC techs, and plumbers in a lot of markets. And the reason nobody's choosing them, it's not the work, it's the perception. I've spent over 30 years in blue-collar work, union carpenter, project manager, and UAW inspector, and I worked alongside Boilermakers, Millwrights, and Ironworkers on job sites for years. And I can tell you this, these are some of the most skilled and highest paid tradespeople in the entire industry. The problem is, nobody's telling you their story. And career number 3, the Ironworker, has a hidden advantage that ties directly into the biggest infrastructure boom America has seen in decades, so stick around for that one. Before I break down each career, let me explain the trap. Because once you see it, you'll never think about these jobs the same way. The stigma trap works like this. A career gets labeled as too dangerous, or too dirty, or too physical, or too unknown. People hear those labels and cross it off their list without ever looking at the pay, the benefits, or the demands. That avoidance creates a shortage, and that shortage drives up wages. The higher wages attract fewer people than you'd expect, because the stigma is still doing its job, and the guys who are actually in the trade, they're earning premium pay with almost zero competition for their position. The stigma isn't the problem. The stigma is the moat. It's the thing that protects the paycheck. So here we go, career number 1, the Boilermaker. And the stigma keeping people away is this: it's too dangerous, it's too physical, and I don't even know what a Boilermaker does. A Boilermaker assembles, installs, and maintains and repairs boilers, tanks, and pressure vessels, and some other large containers that hold liquids and gases under extreme pressure. These systems are in power plants, oil refineries, chemical processing facilities, shipyards, and manufacturing plants. The work involves welding, cutting, rigging, and fitting, often in confined spaces at heights and extreme temperatures. It's physically demanding, and it's specialized, and it's one of the highest paid trades in America. The median Boilermaker salary is around $73,000, and top earners could push past $85,000 no problemo. Boilermaker welders, guys who combine Boilermaking with AWS welding certification, they average $71,000 to $100,000, with top earners breaking 6 figures no problemo. Add overtime, Davis-Bacon prevailing wage rates, per diem compensation, and shutdown work bonuses, and total compensation can hit $120,000 or more in peak years, no problem. The game-changing reality that shifts everything, there are only about 16,000 Boilermakers employed in the entire United States. That's one of the smallest trade workforces in the entire country. And with 800 openings projected per year just from retirements, the ratio of jobs to applicants is widely in your favor. Entry is through a 4 to 5 year registered apprenticeship, typically through the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers Union. You earn while you learn. You get full benefits, and by the time you're a journeyman, you're making $35 to $48 an hour, no problem, not counting overtime. I worked on tons of sites over the years with Boilermakers. These guys are the ones everyone else respects because they do the work that's critical. If a pressure vessel fails, people die. That level of responsibility is exactly why the pay is what it is. And that's exactly why most people won't even consider it. The danger is real, but so is the paycheck.
Oh, but it's so worth it to me.
Career number 2, the Millwright, and the stigma here is even simpler. Most people have never even heard of it. A Millwright installs, maintains, and dismantles and repairs industrial machinery and equipment. We're talking about conveyor systems, turbines, generators, pumps, assembly lines, and robotic systems in factories, power plants, and manufacturing facilities. Think of them as the surgeons of the industrial world. They use precision measuring tools, lasers, welding equipment, and heavy rigging to align machines down to the thousandths of an inch. When a factory's production line goes down, like Ford, The millwright is the person they call. And when that downtime is costing the company thousands of dollars per hour, the millwright's value becomes very, very clear really fast. The average millwright salary is $63,000 up to $80,000. But top earners in the industrial markets like Buffalo, Houston, Chicago, Kansas City, and Detroit, they're pulling $84,000 to $100,000 plus. Union millwrights through the United Brotherhood of Carpenters get additional pension benefits, health care, and structured wage increases. The counterintuitive key that unlocks massive wins here, guys, is the more automated the world gets, the more millwrights we need. Robots don't install themselves. Somebody has to put them in and align them and calibrate them and fix them when they break. That somebody is a millwright. AI isn't replacing this job. AI is creating demand for it. Entry is through a 4-year registered apprenticeship or a 2-year associate's degree in industrial maintenance technology with the NCCER certification. And you can start with just a high school diploma and OSHA 30 safety training. And because so few people even know this career exists, the competition for apprenticeship spots is significantly lower than the trades like electrical or plumbing. I always tell guys, if you like solving puzzles, if you like precision, if you like being the person who figures out what nobody else can, millwright might be the best kept secret in the entire trades industry. The stigma isn't that it's a bad job, the stigma is that it's invisible. Nobody talks about it, and that invisibility, that's the advantage. And guys, that's one of the reasons why the old playbook to go to college and get a good job is broken. Because careers like Boilermaker and millwright exist, they pay $63,000 to $104,000, and most guidance counselors have never even mentioned them. That's what Course Careers is built for, helping people break into high-paying careers without the degree and without the debt. Check out the free intro courses, the link is in the description. Because the best opportunities aren't the ones everyone's chasing, they're the ones everyone's ignoring. Now, career number 3, the Ironworker, and this is the one that's about to blow up. And the stigma keeping people away from this one is the most obvious: heights. You're working on steel beams hundreds of feet in the air. Ironworkers install, reinforce, and maintain structural iron and steel frameworks used in buildings, highways, bridges, and infrastructure projects. They connect steel beams and columns using bolts, rivets, and welds. They work on skyscrapers, data centers, stadiums, bridges, and highway overpasses. And yes, they do it at extreme heights, in all weather conditions, with heavy materials. It's physically demanding, it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and it's one of the most respected trades on any job site. Ironworker salaries range from $50,000 to $90,000 depending on the location and experience. Union ironworkers in major metros like New York, Chicago, San Francisco, and Boston, they regularly clear $90,000 to $100,000 plus or more with overtime. The International Association of Bridge, Structural, Ornamental, and Reinforcing Ironworkers runs registered apprenticeship programs across the country. They got a 4-year paid apprenticeship. Full benefits, pension, and employment is projected to grow 5% over the next decade. This is driven directly by the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. The eye-opening revelation I stumbled upon is America is in the middle of the largest infrastructure investment in decades. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, it allocated over $1 trillion for bridges, highways, data centers, renewable energy structures, commercial buildings, and all of it requires structural steel, and all of it requires ironworkers. Hey guys, it's JV. Let me pause the video real quick. If you want a faster way into real careers that pay, check out Course Careers. They train people for in-demand jobs in tech, business, and all sorts of construction trades without wasting years in college. They're rated almost 5 stars with thousands of real reviews you can check out. You earn a certificate of completion, and they help you prepare for real job placement. And if you use my link, you get $50 off instantly. So if you're serious about changing your income path, the link is below. And you guessed it, there aren't enough of them. Data center construction workers are averaging $81,000 a year. Every steel beam that goes up needs someone to put it there. That's the ironworker. And here's the hidden advantage most people miss. The work is project-based, which means overtime is almost guaranteed during active builds. Many ironworkers work 50 to 60 hours per week during peak construction season. And time and a half, those extra hours add $15,000 to $25,000 or more per year on the top of base pay. Stack the proposed no tax on overtime legislation, and the take-home numbers are even higher. You know, there's a saying in the trades, ironworkers built this country, and that's not an exaggeration. Every bridge you drive across, every skyscraper you look up at, every stadium you sit in, an ironworker put the skeleton together. The stigma is that it's scary work. The reality, it's legacy work, and it pays like it. So let's zoom out. 3 careers, 3 stigmas, and 1 pattern that should change how you think about every career decision you make. The Boilermaker stigma, too dangerous. The reality, $73,000 to $104,000 a year, only 16,000 in the country, almost no competition. The Millwright, the stigma is you never heard of it. The reality, $63,000 to $100,000 a year. Every new factory needs them, and AI is creating more demand, not less. The Ironworker, the stigma is too scary. It's too physical. The reality, $50,000 to $100,000 plus. Biggest infrastructure boom in decades, overtime built in. The careers that most people avoid are the careers that pay the most per applicant. That's not a coincidence. That's the stigma trap working exactly as designed. The fewer people who apply, the more leverage the people inside have. Higher wages, higher benefits, and faster advancement. Less competition, the stigma protects the paycheck. Blue-collar wages have been climbing 5 to 10% annually. Union workers saw a 6.3% salary increase last year alone. And the median age of construction workers is 42. A retirement wave is coming. And the guys who stepped into those unpopular careers 5 or 10 years ago, they're sitting on gold right now. 3 blue-collar careers that nobody's choosing: Boilermaker, Millwright, and Ironworker. Each one paying $50,000 to $100,000 or more. Each one facing a worker shortage. Each one avoided because of a stigma that has nothing to do with the actual opportunity. The stigma is the trap. The pay is the escape. And fewer people who figure that out, the better it is for the ones who already did. Imagine being 2 years into one of these careers, earning $70,000 to $90,000 with zero debt, full benefits, a pension building in the background, while the people who laughed at these jobs are still sending out resumes for a $45,000 office position that AI is about to replace. But knowing these careers exist is just step 1. The real question is which one fits your skill and how do you get into the registered apprenticeship pipeline. I break all of that down here on JV Charles TV with new videos every week. And make sure and check out the 2 videos at the end of this one. I'm JV Charles. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. We'll see you on the next one.